Breaking news on Seahawks today. Jamal Adams is out for the remainder of the 2022 season after suffering a torn quad tendon. Tyler Jones here with you on the Seahawks Today program. Glad to have you with us. And unfortunate news for Jamal Adams. We knew he was going to have surgery. We heard reports that he could be out anywhere from 5 to 8 months. And so with that, Adams is done for the year. Here's the report from Ian Rapoport of the NFL Network, reporting at 10:37 Pacific time this morning that the Seahawks star, safety Jamal Adams, will have season-ending surgery to repair his torn quad tendon suffered against the Broncos. His 2022 season is over as he's headed to IR. Adams is still talking to doctors about the timing of the procedure as well as who performs it. So we don't know when he's going to have that surgery as of right now, but it does appear that Adams is done for the year. More on this and what this means for the Seahawks and who's replacing him, the roster moves that the Seahawks have made because of this. We'll get to all of that in just a second, but first, your one-word reaction to the Jamal Adams injury news. Let us know in the comments section. I'll give you my one-word reaction in just a moment, but before we get to that, I want to get your one-word reaction. Let us know in the comment section below. Folks, this is why you subscribe to Seahawks Today. Not only do we have you covered with watch parties and live shows and breaking news each and every week, but we let you know what's going on with your favorite team. When it comes to the injury front, it's all in one place. We break it down for you right here on Seahawks Today, and that's why you have your notifications turned on as well, so you never miss a moment, and you're the first to know what's going on with your favorite team. Subscribe now, youtube.com/Seahawks TV. Got another watch party coming up this weekend for the Seahawks matchup against the San Francisco 49ers. That game gets started just a little after 1 o'clock Pacific time. We'll have pregame coverage and then be on air with reaction to the game in real time and also do a live postgame show as well. It's all in one place right here on Seahawks Today. Join us this Sunday for the Seahawks and the 49ers here on the channel. My one-word reaction is expected. Here's what I mean by that. When we saw where this injury was going and that he would likely have surgery, I was not surprised by this. I'm disappointed. It's the unfortunate news that we didn't want to happen, but ultimately it is the case. And when you look at the injury history of Jamal Adams, it's not surprising. I mean, look at what has gone on. Even just this year alone, the broken finger back in August, and he was playing with an oven mitt of sorts. Then, of course, the shoulder surgery after the injury he dealt with in December, and then another shoulder injury that he had back in January of 2021. September of 2020, had the hand finger dislocation, had a groin strain in September of 2020 as well. And when he was back with the Jets in August 2017, dealt with that ankle sprain. I mean, not to be rude by any means, but the truth of the matter is with Jamal Adams is that in his time in Seattle, he has been basically glass, right? I mean, he has been very injury-prone throughout his career. And, I mean, here's the deal. This is the harsh reality. But that Jamal Adams trade was one of the worst in NFL history, period. I mean, in 2020, the Seahawks gave up 2 first-round picks and a third-round pick to the New York Jets for Jamal Adams. And what do they have to show for it? Nothing. Look, Jamal Adams is a very talented player. No one is disputing that. Jamal Adams, when he's healthy and when he's at his best, is one of the best safeties in football. But he hasn't been able to stay healthy. He hasn't been able to be on the field. And look, considering that he had only had one injury, major injury, before he came to Seattle, it's not like they could have seen this coming. But when you factor in all that draft capital, which at the time was a lot, and then the results they've gotten for it now, I mean, that was bad. That was really, really bad. So, you know how I feel. How do you feel? Do you regret the Jamal Adams trade? I feel like I know the answer, but this one needs to be reiterated. Let us know in the comment section. Y for yes, in for no if you regret that Jamal Adams trade. Let me know. Sound off. Get rowdy in that comment section looking back at it. Today's show is presented by BetUS. BetUS, the absolute best in the game when it comes to sports betting. They are the exclusive sportsbook partner of Chat Sports, and they are offering a deal just for Seahawks Today viewers. If you go to chatsports.com/bet, use the promo code Seahawks125, they'll give you a 125% deposit bonus. You can even bet on this weekend's game between the Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. Odds right now show the Niners as a heavy favorite, 10 points, with the Seahawks sitting with this total over-under number at 41.5. Personally, I like the Seahawks to cover 10. I think they can keep it within that margin. It's going to be rainy. The weather's just going to be nasty in San Francisco. Not a lot of points this weekend, I think. I'll take the under at 41.5. Get your bets in now. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code Seahawks125 to get your bets in today. So here is the updated safety depth chart for the Seahawks. Josh Jones is going to be the guy now at free safety. That's according to Pete Carroll and the coaching staff as they make the move to put Jones in that spot. Quandre Diggs, of course, holding things down at the strong safety spot. Ryan Neal will back up Diggs, and then Blunt will back up Jones at the free safety spot. So you may be saying to yourself, well, who's Josh Jones? Well, let's keep up with the Joneses around here and tell you about Josh Jones, the man that will replace Jamal Adams for the rest of the season. And the backstory on Josh Jones, he started one game for the Seahawks in 2021, previously played for the Packers, the Cowboys, the Jags, and the Colts. He's been kind of a journeyman of sorts at this point in his career, and last week saw significant playing time in the win against the Denver Broncos. Recorded 7 tackles in the victory for the Seahawks. And there's a nice bromance between Josh Jones and Pete Carroll. They are both fans of each other. Pretty fascinating. Let me get just some quotes from what Josh Jones had to say about Pete Carroll, and then later on we'll tell you what Pete Carroll had to say about Josh Jones. Here's Josh Jones on Coach Pete. He said, "Those 5 weeks we had leading up to training camp, when I tell you I was the most disciplined I've ever been in my life, I understood what was in front of me. I understood that I had to compete in here and compete. I understood that nothing was going to be given to me. Nothing has been given to me in my life. And I knew I had to work for it. Pete told me, you're going to have to earn it. I earned my way on this team and earned everything that I got." So how about that? Josh Jones earning this opportunity. And with Jamal Adams out, let's see how he does with this opportunity that has been presented in front of him. So what's your confidence level in Josh Jones filling in at that safety spot now? Scale it 1 through 10. Let me know in the comments section what your confidence level is in Josh Jones. Here is what Pete Carroll had to say about Jones. He said, "I've just been really pleased with Josh Jones." This was a while back. He said, "Josh has done nothing but positive stuff since the day he got here. And since then, he's just kind of taken the next step and the next step. Coming to this camp, he came back and had a great camp. He had the most turnovers. He had the most big plays and big hits of all the guys. So you saw him in the rotations already. He was already part of the plan, and now he just takes a bigger step forward. He's strong. He's fast. He's 210 pounds. He's a big kid that plays the position with a really good motor. He's a smart kid." So high praise there from Pete Carroll on Josh Jones. And some of the roster moves with this, the Seahawks end up adding Teez Tabor, a cornerback from the Falcons practice squad. He gets elevated to the Seahawks 53-man roster to take the spot with Jamal Adams going to IR. So with that, before we go, I hate it for Jamal Adams. Like I said, the trade wasn't good, but Jamal Adams, we know, is a talented player. He's just had some really bad luck over the last couple of years. Hope he gets healthy and he can continue his NFL career, but man, he's just had some bad things happen to him. I hate that for Jamal Adams. Let's show some support, show some love for Jamal Adams. Before we go today, type 33 in the comments section for J.A. Hopefully we see him back on the football field in 2023. That will do it for Seahawks today. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow.